Alright, everybody, welcome back to another Payday 2 video. Today is day 3 of Crimefest, or Breaking News event, whatever you want to call it, 2018. And day 1, I was right, it was the Golden Houston mask. Day 2, I was right, it was a new heist. Though we'll get into the reasons why I don't really like it. And then day 3 comes around. And I was pretty excited, you know. I was like, oh, we're finally gonna get suit customization. But that didn't happen. It turned out to be a contest to have your own design, which I was right on. I was thinking it was probably going to be that, but I was really hoping for suit customization. But anyways, let's talk about today, which is the weapons and the heist and the lore. Because I did a little stream yesterday. I don't know if I'll be able to do a stream today, but yeah. Anyways, so let's get into a normal build here. This has no skills or anything. And this is the basic version of the gun for the akimbos. But let's talk about the regular version. So this is the regular SG or M13 9mm pistol. It looks like a cross between a I felt like a oh, hold on. Nice little initial, made in Germany. It's interesting. I like it when they put little initials in the game. But it looked very similar to like a lot of other guns in the game, or at least a few mod ones that I've seen. But it looks decent enough. The regular version has a magazine of 13, a total ammo of 156, a rate of fire of 545. Damage is 37, but I mean with perk decks you get the 38.9. Accuracy is 44, stability is 48, concealment is 30, and threat is 9, and reload time is 2.1 seconds. So apparently there was an update today for the gun. Apparently it had a few issues with ammo pickup. Apparently it was very low. Like every third box you get like 1 or 2 bullets or something, which was very weird. I wasn't really having any issues with it personally, but apparently a lot of people were complaining about that. So then I was wondering, well, did they make an akimbo version? Well, they did. And the akimbo version has me the most confused. It has a magazine of 26, a total ammo of 156, rate of fire of 145, of course the same damage, accuracy is 44, but it would be the same base stability as the pistol, but for whatever reason it has a negative 12. Now I don't know what's causing that negative 12. I have rogue and there's no skills and it's nothing else should be causing it, but for whatever reason it's just negative 12. I don't know why. I don't know if this just comes with every akimbo, but it's just negative 12. But yeah. So then I made a better version of it, which are these ones. These are the loud versions, which has a damage of 41, accuracy is 48, and stability is 32. So it's a bit better than what it was before. I was able to get it back a few points, but it has some of the same issues that it did before. And concealment is 28. But before we do that, let's move back into here. And this pistol has better damage. I'm pretty sure it's the same. Accuracy is 52 and stability is 68, but the concealment is 27. Now the reason why I didn't go into the mods into the akimbo version was because it pretty much has the same as this one, but this one has one additional modification. Now on the base pistol and the akimbos, I have the barrel, which adds accuracy but decreases stability, and also decreases 1 concealment. I have the flash hider, which increases stability but decreases some accuracy but adds the damage. I have a boost of accuracy, which originally I wanted stability, but I think it's better with the accuracy. Gadget wise, I have the polymer flashlight, adds stability but decreases concealment. and the wooden grip. Now, there's no real downside to having this grip. It's just down to personal preference. If you hate wood, then I guess don't have it. But it really does help out with stability, especially for the akimbo version. Last but not least, this is only on the single or secondary version, basically not the akimbo version. As you can have a little sight which adds accuracy and decreases concealment, but it really doesn't add anything. So yeah. So now let's go into my dodge build here. Let's go into the basic version. So with the basic version with the added skills, now I pretty much have every pistol skill you can imagine here, except for this one, but I really don't care. Anyways, so the basic version for the secondary has 5 more bullets, so it's a magazine of 18. Still the same total ammo. Rate of fire is now 118. Damage is 53.9. Accuracy is 60, and stability is 72. Concealment is 30. Threat is 9, and reload time is 1.4, which is really fast. Really fast. Moving on to this one, has a magazine of 36, total ammo of 234, rate of fire is 818, damage is 53.9, accuracy is 60, stability is 52. So I highly recommend upping that stability more than the accuracy because it'll even out. And concealment is 30, threat is 9, and reload time is 2.7. So roughly the same as the basic version of the secondary. So you won't feel much of a difference there, except for it won't take the 4 seconds to reload. So the updated version, which again still has all the same stuff, now has the same, I'm pretty sure 18 magazine. Rate of fire is the same. Damage is increased. Accuracy is increased. Stability is highly increased. Concealment is lowered. And reload time is the same. And moving on to this version, basically just adds more damage, accuracy, and stability, which is very nice for the weapon because really has a weird stability issue. I don't know if that's just because it's akimbo or what, but I really would rather after that point, because of if you do have the skills, then just up the accuracy, but if you're using the base version, just up the stability. So yeah. Now before we move on to the pistols in like a shooting range sense, we're going to be moving on to my stealth build real quick to demonstrate the stealth version of these pistols. Really doesn't add anything. I just have like the basic tier Kimbos if I were gonna run these, and the professional accuracy and the concealment wise. The reason why I bring this up is it's pretty good as a stealth pistol. I mean everything's somewhat even, and the secondary is somewhat even. My problem with it is that it doesn't have enough incentive to really be a secondary pistol unless there's like a mod in here that I can put on it, like maybe this one. That just increases damage. Yeah, it doesn't really do anything. So while comparing this to other pistols in the secondary range, the primary or akimbo range is a bit different, which we'll get into, but in the secondary range, the best comparison or the better opponent, these are mainly in like the Shimano Compact or the Shimano 88, you know, those types of guns. What I found to be the better choice is the Brunetti. Now of course they're going to have a lower total ammo and maybe a rate of fire, but it has better damage, accuracy, stability, and concealment, depending on the skills that you do get, and has 1 extra bullet in it in the magazine, which isn't really much of a big deal. But I found that to be a better choice for a secondary pistol until I started looking around, right? And I thought this one would be a good, you know, competitor, but it's basically the same. I don't know if there's any mod issues with that, I'll have to look into. But I mean, it's pretty much the same as the cross kill guard pistol, the Jericho, and that's about it. I don't think there's any other pistols in the game, no. But when I got to the Gerber Cruise, it pretty much acts like the Bernetti right here. It's pretty much has the same stats as the Bernetti, but the Bernetti has a better accuracy and stability. So comparing the M13 to the Gerber Cruise, I mean, there's really, it's not any, the stats aren't really different. It's a better version of it, I think, personally. The rate of fire is really the main thing that people are probably going to look at. Maybe they want a faster rate of fire when they kill someone. Of course, this is also a stealth pistol, but in terms of concealment, the Gerber Cruise and the Bernetti have a beat. And then comparing, if you're going to use the Gerber Cruise, then you just use the Bernetti. It has a better everything than the new pistol and the Gerber Cruise, which everyone finds is an ideal stealth pistol, whereas the Bernetti is the superior one on everything. So if you're looking for a pistol, there you go. The other thing too is the reason why I have that one, I think, is because it doesn't really do anything. Like, it doesn't, having this doesn't really affect the concealment, so that's why I try to avoid size doesn't matter suppressor, because it annoys me. But anyways, yeah, so that's the range on the stealth pistol as a secondary. On the primary level, if we go over it, now I only have a small niche of secondaries because, as you can see, I'm like at a bunch of pages right now. But I have a small niche of secondaries, which is interesting, but as you would think, the Bernettis would be the better choice. It actually isn't. I don't know if this is maybe due to some mod modifications, maybe. As the size doesn't matter. Don't know what it is then. But anyways, so probably because like the concealment has like a plus or something. I don't know. Anyways, so the Bernettis, I mean, it's a better concealment on the akimbo side, so that's what we're looking for here. Gerber Cruise are practically the same. They actually have a better ammo output, but the rate of fire is much worse, but have better damage. And concealment doesn't compare to anything, but when I go to the cross kills as an akimbo version, it is better on every level. I mean, they have the same concealment, but a better magazine, better total ammo. The rate of fire is 1,000, so you know, damage is much better, accuracy is much better, and stability is much better. And so that's really about it. So if you were going to use like a pistol run of these guns, then this would be the ideal run for you as a stealth player. But anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're going to go into main dodge, and we're going to take a quick look at the weapons in the shooting range before we go into the heist. The reason why I want to go into the heist is actually for a lot of other reasons. So we're going to be using the base versions here with the dodge build. So let's hop in to the safe house, let the crew handle it. And I don't know why I did that. So let's hop right in and test out the guns. Now, personally, I find them, they're kind of reminding me of the MP40. If anybody remembers that gun, that came with the raid pack and everything. It wasn't a great SMG, but it also wasn't a bad one. It was better than some of the ones that they had, but there were better ones that you could use. And that's what I find with this pistol. It's an okay weapon, but on a loud sense, I mean, I could check if there's any better loud akimbos. I mean, that'd be something interesting. I haven't really done that. But on the stealth level, they're not really anything special. Anyways, So, and while playing them in game, I didn't try out the base version because I never do. But trying them out with the build, they're interesting. I haven't tried them on Death Wish or Death Sentence, mainly because I don't have a crew to test that out with. So, and really those difficulties aren't made for testing a whole lot. But I tested on Mayhem and Overkill, since those are like the main ones that a lot of people play on their own. On Overkill, I think I'm not entirely sure if I tried it on Overkill. We'll be trying to do it again on Overkill. But on Mayhem, actually no, I think I tried Overkill today. They were okay. Like, the thing is that I think they would be better against cops than Murkies. As you can see, here's the pistol. Looks great, honestly. Doesn't look too bad. It's visually pleasing. Stop. Hey, no scratching up the bag. Cat trying to scratch up my music bag. What the heck? Anyways, so it's visually pleasing. Looks very nice. You know, it's a very small gun, but I mean, it looks nice. Looks nice. I like the visuals of it. Looks nice. So let's hop into the shooting range here. Is what I normally do. Actually, hold on. Let's go outside because this is what a lot of people used to do. I'm pretty sure there's a guy that still does it, but he would go outside, aim up in the sky where it was like a clear box. He would try to find like, there we go. He would find like the clearest box and then just do this. So there you go. If you wanted to see the reload animations, because apparently that was something that a lot of people like to see sometimes. Anyways, so let's go over here. Because I like to use weapons on the shooting range during videos when there's a new gun. So I think that just resets points, right? So it's 1,944 damage. Try the regular version. 972. So now let's go on the range, test it out a bit. Again, these are the base versions. We'll be using the louder, better versions in a bit. But let's just test it how the base ones are on the field. So turn that on. I haven't done the shooting range in a long time. Yeah. I don't think that was too bad. Alright, let me grab the ammo. But, yeah, they look nice, they sound nice, but once we get in game, I'll show you my main pet peeves with it. But, if you don't want to see that, my main issues with the guns are, it's really bad for body shots, at least on Mayhem. And the other thing too is that I'm testing them on Murkies, which is the new Heist. So for normal cops, it could just be like, oh, it's actually like not as bad. But yeah, they're not great on using Murkies because Murkies are more built. So body shots are going to be a bit of an issue that I find, at least. The main thing that you want to try and get with these guns is headshots. It only takes like a few shots in the head. Of course, there's an extra crit bonus, and maybe some of the crit skills help me. But honestly, it just feels like these guns want to work, but then they just like don't, in a sense. So like I'll be getting like actually good body shots sometimes and good headshots, and then the next minute it just feels like nothing. Of course that could just be because of my crappy shooting, but it just they feel like a gun that like works to your advantage only on occasion. And again, like I said, like the ammo pickup wasn't bad when I first used these. After like the update where they increased them, it's actually pretty much just made these guns like an ammo pool, so you don't really need to worry about ammo too much. Again, you should conserve your ammo as a rule of thumb in heisting. You always want to conserve your ammo because you don't know what situations you're getting yourself into. But anyways, let's hop into the heist now. So this portion we'll be talking about how I feel about the heist. Now, one thing that did come out today was also probably people are wondering, he doesn't have any HUD mods or anything. We'll get to that in a second. So today, apparently, the newest update, again, the whole shirt contest stuff that I really don't care about, so that's why we're not talking about it. We'll do it on Overkill. I'll do it on Overkill just because I don't really want to try it on Mayhem, just because I'm not in the mood. But yeah, so apparently there was a nuke around somewhere south, like South Pacific or South Africa. I can't remember exactly where. But a lot of people are saying it's where Cthulhu is. Okay. So
I don't know exactly where
if you know where that is,
or what condition he is in.
So we're gonna do this. I'll just pause it. Apparently there is actually new dialogue that appears. I was getting the same dialogue for a while, but today when I was testing things out, it actually, was actually a new dialogue. Anyways, so there's someone nuked around there, and people are saying it's Cthulhu, and bakeries and stuff. So apparently this character's name, which I forgot how to pronounce it, is Vlad's surname. So Vlad has a bakery shop, and he sent us the cupcakes with the diamond. So he's either working with something. Hold on, I'm gonna mute him because yeah. Anyways, either Vlad's working with the dentist or he's just I don't know what's going on there. Also, listening to the dentist dialogue on its own was actually pretty interesting. So far the heist. These are the other versions. Mind you, I'm not really good with dodge builds, so if I suck, it's mainly for that reason. Yeah, I think it's just the mayhem difficulty that's the main issue. See, I don't even know if that's a green dozer, so I'm good. But yeah, so I think on lower difficulties they're okay, but on definitely higher difficulties does it feel like they're just not really usable. So anyways, about the heist. The heist so far, I mean, I'm gonna let you figure out like what happens. I'm pretty sure everyone has played the heist. But if we're just talking about the heist itself, actually quite enjoyed it. I think it's one of Overkill's more enjoyable heists to come out recently. It feels like what Hawks and Breakout should have been, honestly. Like, it's what everyone was thinking Hawks and Breakout was going to be. Like, we actually go to a prison. Though, I was thinking originally we were going to stealth Hawks and Breakout. This is clearly not stealth. Oh man. This is awkward. Alright, where is the AI? Should be helping me. Anyways, so it's I like the level. I love the atmosphere it holds. I do like the different enemy-like variants they finally added for the Murkies. Like, there's more than just, like, the basic version. Like, there's Murky Dozers and everything. I thought that was kind of cool that they added. I don't know why it didn't give me more ammo, but oh well. Also, little things here. Now, people are saying that this could be an indication that Vlad actually is working with them because of the nukes. Though they could just be using a different model. But either way, it works to the game's favor, with any way it goes. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, we're good. Oh, that's 2 dozers? Okay. Anyways, so I don't know, I think it's a good heist. It's not too bad. A lot of people are saying that they're having like lag issues, but that's mainly from low-end PCs. So, sorry for people who can't experience the heist, really. But yeah, I think it's very fun. It's actually what I thought a breakout would have been. Also, this bit is very interesting. Apparently, I think that's 4-2. Yeah, I think that's 4-2. So, 0, 4, that's 2. There we go. So, apparently, Locke has some dialogue that really upset me. Was that like, don't you know what Bane looks like? It's like, no, we've never seen what Bane looks like. Like, at no point have we ever seen Bane, like, in person, or the only time we ever saw him is like in the torture video, and even then I'm kind of speculating whether it's actually Bane or not, because it doesn't sound like him. Though a lot of people are saying that could be because it doesn't have a filter. Though I could have sworn I've heard like theMDLune do the voice without a filter before, and sounds like Simon. But I actually asked Simon on Twitter, sent him a tweet being like, hey man, wondering if that's actually you voicing Bane. Did you come back, or some other guy? So he hasn't responded yet, but who knows? Maybe he's busy doing stuff, or he just doesn't want to answer. So yeah. Besides that, overall, it's not a bad heist. I think the first bit is a bit too rough, mainly because there's like a lot of guys, and later on it just doesn't feel like a whole lot. Though that could be because of lower difficulties, and it makes sense story or level wise, because in the beginning they say it's an ambush. So it makes sense for it to kind of be rough at the start and then kind of easy at the end, because they don't expect you to live for whatever reason, even though we've like killed them thousands of times. So yeah. Anyways, so I'm trying to like talk as much as I can before I have to like do this bit. So, but yeah, so far it seems like a very fun heist. I don't hate it. Again, I like the atmosphere. The end part is another bit I don't like, is the fact that it's like a, you know, like if you, it's like a no point of return, I think is what it is. Which really is kind of odd that they would have that, because they very rarely ever add that into the game. And I think in this instance it wasn't great to add that, honestly, because I mean, sure, you could be like, oh, it adds like concern to the player, they want to complete it, but when it's nothing of their fault, unless if they're blatantly not doing the objective, like, it's solely based on whether or not Locke likes your progress in the game, and that's not great, honestly. I think that's something that we could do without. Alright, thanks, Scarface. So, moving on from that, story-wise, I think this was kind of a bad idea, honestly. A lot of people were thinking that oh, okay, we're gonna probably get Bane, either we're gonna get information on Bane, or it's gonna be like at the end of the heist, you know, or the event, I should say, sorry. But it's literally like the first, like the actual real content of the game is breaking out Bane. And then another bit, that I really don't like about it is that the Kento situation, and that's the reason why I have mods, is it currently open? Oh. It might have been open for a while and I just hadn't noticed. Anyways. Also, the soundtrack is really good. The song, it kind of gets repetitive, but I think it's a good, it sounds like, you know, the Castlevania, so. Yeah, Kozak is apparently Vlad's surname. So, Vlad does turn out to be a traitor. Yeah, so that's Bane with the crappy PlayStation 2 graphics. But, we open this up. Gonna pause the game, so this should stop it from, you know, being like, oh, run out of time ordeal. So, if I slow down the game speed here, okay, speed up a bit. So a lot of people have been debating whether or not this is Kento or not, because I mean he does have similar hair, but it could just be another guard. Nobody knows for sure. So, I thought, you know, I'd use free flight camera because that's how people did it before. Is they downloaded free flight camera and looked inside his head and they saw a dog tag. Now if we go under the map here, which I'm betting there's other secrets to this heist, but anyways, let's focus on Kento for now. So this is his face. It looks similar to the guy that, you know, we saw before, and as we can see here, there's a little dog tag. Now I don't know if you guys can see it very well. See, it's right there. You can't really see it from this angle. And every time I try to get close, like, the dog tag disappears. So I'm going to try and slow down my game speed as much as I can. So what I did is I went up here. My picture's on the Reddit, which some guy apparently was like, this was found months ago. I'm like, really? This is from the new Heist, but okay. Anyways, so every time I try and get close to the dog tag, it disappears. I don't know if that's intentional for the game or whether that's how Overkill made it, but every time I try and get close, the dog tag doesn't work out. So this is the dog tag. Now at the start of it, it does say Kento. I tried to flip this image and it didn't work out, so I'm gonna see if I can try and flip it again and maybe it'll actually spell in the right way. But that does say Kento. So either they reused a model, or that's really Kento. So that leaves us with the... I got scared there for a second. I wasn't sure if I hit F7 or the other one. Anyways, so that leaves us with debating whether... Because this is clearly Kento now. I mean, that's on the dog tag. It says Kento right there. So now it's a matter of debate whether he's actually dead, or if he's, like, unconscious and Bane didn't actually kill him. Which, I think it's the... he's actually just, you know, unconscious. Because, on a story sense, killing Kento right now is probably the worst decision they've made. That's really what gets me. Also, that sounds nothing like Bane, but I don't know if that's, like... Again, like, I asked theMDLune if it's actually him, and I'm hoping that I get an answer, because that's another debate that people are having on right now. But anyways, so this confirms that that is Kento. Now, it's up to Overkill to debate, you know, figure out what they want to do with the character, whether they want to kill him off, or, you know, like, leave him alive, or something like that. So, that's the main issue that we're at. Where is the medic bag? I always have a hard time finding the damn medic bag, and I have to rely on my medkits at this bit. which is something that I hate doing. So anyways, yeah, and then there's Point of No Return, which they added for whatever reason, which I like Point of No Return. I think it adds incentive for the player to hurry up, to be cautious of the moves that they, do. But when it becomes an ordeal of like, oh yeah, it's entirely on base of like what Locke does or feels, that's not a good idea. Because say if like the player, is actively trying to kill as many of these guys, which also seems to be like, this area seems pretty clear to me, but to Locke it's like, oh no, it's, a bunch of them and he can't move. So then it becomes where, okay, so I have to go find the thing and not get shot. And I think I found it. So I'm going to try and heal up here. Sniper. Okay, cool, I killed the sniper. So then I had to find this box. So if this is your first time playing the game and you have no idea what's going on, you could possibly get screwed because of the time. So that's really disappointing. But yeah, I should be good. But anyways, first time playing this heist was yesterday, and my thoughts are, it's okay. If we're talking about the heist itself, I think it's actually really cool. The point of no return is my main iffy about it, because it's like, people who are, playing this for the first time would have no idea what's going on. But, we're gonna just throw a couple of these and then run over. Because, oh well. And if I get shot, oh well, I don't care. Yeah, see? Oh dear. Ah, no, that's not good. Ah, pull me up, come on. I swear, if I lose this, just for, like, trying to get kills. Come on.
You need to take care of those murkies.
You really don't, but okay. That sniper's gonna kill me, I should just go. Gotta go. Also, who's this guy? Aw, man. So then we get this piece of dialogue. Alright, I'm near the contractor. So, at the end, Locke basically says, yeah, we got him, but he's not doing so well. Apparently there's a virus in him. I'm letting the doctors look at him. So this leads into the question, is No Mercy going to be us defending the hospital or robbing the hospital? Or is it going to be us stealing like a cure that a guy, like or some random guy has? I think that would be the better route of the two. Or the three, I should say. Of like just, going to hospital because this guy has a cure and then, that way of doing it. Because either other way I think is really stupid, but yeah. But yeah, overall the heist is good. I think from a story standpoint, starting at like what people were hoping for, killing off someone that we've been looking for like about 2 years now, and then, just have Bane have a virus. Just I don't know how the story is going so far. I really don't. But the heist is good. And I've gotten all the achievements for it. It was like, people are confused about the whole Transformers thing. Just shoot the light. Just shoot the light on the lighthouse and you're good. The other thing was the Novashank. I made like a little melee build and then that worked out. And then I think the other one was to free all the prisoners before freeing Bane. That one's a bit tedious, but if you have like a crew like guarding the entryway, then you're fine. You have enough time to actually look through the cameras and everything. But yeah, so far I think the event is going okay. Though I would say that today was pretty disappointing. I was really hoping that it was suit customization rather than the just a shirt contest, but oh well. But yeah, that's about it. I'm getting a bunch of Reddit messages now. Hold on, let's read a few, shall we? Because Lord knows that people who are on the Payday 2 Reddit aren't going to watch this video. Let's see. View all comments. Found it months ago. It does say Kento on it. This is the back. It does say Kento on it. This is the back side of the dog tag. Which then I replied with, it is. I thought since people were fighting about it, I would try and clear it up. What is there to fight over? This is the same model in Henry's Rock and Bane the Dentist and Hawks and identify him by name before you see him in Hell's Island. Well, like, the thing is that people were debating whether it's actually Kento or some other model. So there definitely was some fighting going on. Now that like the top comment is just like found it months ago, when clearly it's people are apparently dumb. But yeah, and then here we go. Other than maybe some high-ranking Murky officer, who else would be wearing red and black camo pants? Can't be some random Murky soldier, just wouldn't make sense. I'm only trying to clear up like what people were fighting about, because people oh, so live news, actually something that isn't about the Kento thing, because I don't really care. So I sent a tweet 12 hours ago to Simon VicLune. Hey Simon VicLune, a lot of people are on the Reddit and myself are wondering if you came back to play Bane in the new Heist. It could be just filter stuff, but it just sounds off. I understand if you don't want to talk about it. I'd just rather ask the man who played Bane than do nothing. So then Simon VicLune replied with, that's me doing the voice of Bane, as always. You're just not used to hearing Bane's voice without radio distortion. So, there you go. So that pretty much answers my question right there. So it is Bane. I guess it was radio distortion. It just really sounded off, because like I thought I've heard him do the voice before without the distortion, and it sounded like the same Bane, but I don't know, maybe it, guess I thought wrong. Anyways, I'm happy that Simon VicLune played him again. But yeah, so that pretty much answers all my questions. Pretty much just answered my question that most of the Reddit just like thinks the dog tag isn't new. So then once someone else does it, they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, that's new!" I'm like, I did it first. But it's nice to finally confirm whether Simon VicLune did voice him or not. So that's good. That's the nice bit. So I'm just happy that Simon VicLune responded to my tweet. So Anyways, that's about it for me. Hopefully the next day. What is the next day, actually? A lot of people are saying that the next day might not be a new gun. It actually might be a new heist. And if that's the case, then wow, they're pulling out like a bunch of heists this year. They've been working on some heists maybe. So I'm just gonna go over the website real quick here. Let's go over to the next scene here. Take off the monitor because personal stuff. So we go over to breaking news. No, I want the web. Why did I type that in? Breaking. There we go. Again, I don't want to look too deep into it, the website. I just want to look over for the preview stuff. That's about it. So monitor here. But yeah, this is day 3, and we'll check on in that. We'll check day 3 tomorrow, because I really don't want to talk about most of it until tomorrow, because there'll be more content to talk about tomorrow. So anyways, so day 4, there is a gun. A lot of people are saying that it's kind of too soon to add the other gun and then another gun. So people are speculating that that might actually be a new heist, which if so, that means that's a new heist. That's you know, probably something to do with like our ARG stuff. That's another heist, and then a lot of people are saying that day 8 is also a heist. So, are we getting a bunch of heists? Because that would be pretty cool. But again, my ideas of how this is going have kind of changed a bit, not too much. Day 4 could either be a heist or just a new gun. Because like I don't know, it could be. Day 5, obviously information about at least someone. It isn't Bane now because we have Bane. It's probably evidence, maybe a live action video of maybe the dentist, or some evidence on Simmons or Vlad. Day 6 is obviously No Mercy Hospital. Day 7 is a Twitch stream. And then day 8 is what everyone is calling 1600 pen. Which a lot of people are excited for. So, yeah. Anyways, that's about it. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little video. Again, if you want to look at my Reddit post, it's literally titled Kento or some other guy. Hope this helps. Which everyone apparently thinks is just the same. I don't understand people, man. But it's the one from the heist. So, there's video proof that I went into the actual game, into the heist, and looked at it. So... besides that, yeah, Sam Vicklin confirmed that he did the actual voice. He reprised his Bane as always, so I'm happy about that. I was just really not sure if it was him or not, because it just really sounded off, but I guess the distortion helps, maybe, or something. I don't know. But, yeah, so that's about it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Yeah, see you guys on the next video, which will probably be tomorrow. So, you know, yeah.